Hey, Debbie, how are you?
I'm good, Veronica. How are you tonight?
I'm doing wonderful, and we are here for another episode of Listening to Legends. Here,
Yes,
we are running live on our Facebook channel, and when I say our, I mean the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame's Facebook channel and our YouTube channel.
yes. Another exciting Tuesday evening.
It sure is, and
Mhm.
I'm excited about our guests that we had tonight. And sorry, guys, that we are just a little bit late. We had to work out a few kinks in our system here, but we are all good to go and up and running. And we have quite a few people in here, Debbie.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I guess they were waiting on us.
hmm Well, I would wait on Luther Barnes as well.
Sure.
Absolutely. We got a great show for you tonight. But before we get started, we would like for you to know our schedule for perhaps because it is a holiday coming
Mhm.
up, Thanksgiving. So we will be doing live on the 24th of November with Victoria Living Good.
Yes.
That's going to be exciting.
Yes, next Tuesday, Victoria Livingood. She is an opera singer, and she's going to tell us all about her amazing career.
Mhm.
She is a 1999 North Carolina Music Hall of Fame inductee, and so we'll be hearing from her next
From
week.
her. Yes.
And
Yes.
next week is Thanksgiving week. I can't believe
Yes.
it.
Yes, the time has gone by so fast, and we really would like to wish our weekly viewers a very pleasant and safe Thanksgiving.
Yes,
We
definitely.
want to see you in December, and we certainly want to see you for 2021.
Yes. Now in December, we have a few really exciting shows coming up. They're still a little bit under wraps. We're working on those, but we can let them know that we do have another one of our inductees in December, and then two other special episodes to wrap
Yes.
up this year.
Yeah, that I think our viewers are really going to enjoy that. So that's something else we can look forward to in this time of pandemic.
Yes, yes. We've already got, like I said, several people in the chat now. Hey, Phil, how are you doing
Wonderful.
tonight? Hello from Shelby, coming there to visit tomorrow. Hey, that's great news. Um,
Okay.
I will be here.
I think he follows us. His name is so familiar. It seems like I've seen him right in.
Yeah, yeah. Phil's been on in several of our chats for the videos
Mhm.
that we're doing. So, you guys that are watching, let us know that you're watching. Send us a nice
Mhm.
comment. Um, and if you have any questions for the inductees that we're interviewing on these special episodes, make sure that you put your questions in the comments on YouTube and Facebook. Hey,
Mhm.
Joyce. Hello. So excited about Luther Barnes. Me too.
Yes. I heard from Joyce earlier today, and at that time she was listening to Luther Barnes. She
Oh,
is a very, very big fan of Luther. Yes,
awesome. Ken
we're
Knox.
here. Yeah, Ken Knox,
Hey, Ken. Thanks for
fellow
watching.
inductee Ken Knox, from chairman of the board.
Yeah. So remember, if you have any questions or comments for Luther Barnes tonight, make sure to get them in by writing in the comments section wherever you're watching. And we will try to get to as many of those as possible. I know some of them come in really, really fast and we can't get to all of them, but we
Mhm.
certainly will try. Hello from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yes, Antoinette Everett. All right.
Thanks for joining us tonight. All right, so I think we need to go ahead and get to it. We are running a little bit
I
late
think
tonight.
so. I think so.
All right, so the gentleman that we're speaking to tonight, of course, is the legendary Reverend Luther Barnes. He spent over 2 decades in gospel music. He's a singer, producer, songwriter, director, He is a Grammy-nominated artist, Stellar Award winner, Gospel Heritage Award winner, inducted into the International Gospel Music Hall of Fame. He's a GMA Dove Award winner, and it goes on and on and on. And he's also a 2018 North Carolina Music Hall of Fame inductee. And thank you for being with us tonight, Luther Barnes.
Yes. And welcome, Luther Barnes. How are you this evening?
I'm doing great. I'm just glad we're on and everything is going just right. I'm sorry to make you guys late. Sorry to make you guys trying to get my computer.
I think we are still having a little bit of trouble.
Technical. Yeah, it's telling me that his mic is off on my end.
Oh, okay.
Oh, can't hear me?
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Okay, you got me?
Yep, we got you.
Great, got you.
Okay. Good. All right. How y'all doing?
Good, thanks.
We're doing very good. And
Wonderful.
much better that you're here with us tonight and that we can hear you.
We're excited to have you with us tonight.
So just starting off right quick, Antoinette, she says, I am from Rocky Mount also, and Luther was my choral instructor
Yeah.
in the 12th grade.
That's right, Antoinette. I remember her very well. Yeah, she's a good singer, one of my better students.
Nice.
Awesome. So you're a teacher. Tell us about what you teach, where you teach.
Yeah, I taught music in Northern Nash Senior High School in Nash County, North Carolina. And back in the 80s, early 80s, I was there. That was back when they had the chorus in the curriculum. I don't know if they have that now. I know they still have band, but we had chorus back then, and I was the chorus teacher. And great experience. A lot of my students, I still have my pictures of them on my wall. And they're very dear to me, and good, exciting time in my life.
Very nice. Very nice.
Great. So we do want to talk about that. We want to talk about your time at St. Augustine College. Mm-hmm. You're a music educator. You're a choir director. You're a recording artist. You're a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm also a pastime farmer. I used to farm in the cotton fields and all that. So I got a lot of background traveling and also local, all of that. So it helped me to be who I am today.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, Veronica, correct me if I'm wrong, but Luther Barnes Jr. and Luther Barnes Sr., they are our first father and son inductees?
Yes, they are the first combination, and that was FC Barnes,
right? FC
and Luther Barnes,
right?
Okay.
Now FC is his father, and he is a 2015 inductee.
Okay, so they're both in our Hall of Fame, but they were not inducted together.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Luther was inducted later, and I think we showed a picture of him just a few minutes ago.
Yes, I remember him the night of the induction.
Yes. I was there. I was there both times. I was there to receive my father's induction. He was there. He was passed at the time. He passed in 2011, but I was so honored to go there and to receive the award for him being inducted. Mm-hmm. And then I was just surprised a few years later to be called back, and then I was inducted. And I've been on cloud nine ever since. It's been just a wonderful, wonderful thing to be at. And I visited your Hall of Fame site in Kannapolis, and it's an awesome site. So many from North Carolina that have been inducted, and I encourage people to go there and check it out. It's really nice, really nice.
Yes. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much. What do you think it is about North Carolina? Is there something special about this place that we have so many legendary artists?
Yeah, all these.
Well, yeah, we're just fortunate. Well, I don't know what to say concerning that. I just feel for South Carolina and all of them, but I'm just very happy about North Carolina to have Shirley Caesar and John P. Key and the Sensational Nightingales.
Oh yeah.
Just so many others in my field of gospel that have been inducted. And I'm just elated with that. I don't claim to be that special. I've just used what God has given me to write songs, and I think those that play my music, the radio stations, and all of that help me to be who I am. I've got a few songs out that have done very well, and I'm just thankful for what God has done in my life.
Yes. During this pandemic, have you had a chance to do much writing?
Yes, I have. I've had a lot of time to do writing, and I've done some outdoor events and all. So I've been relatively busy. I'm a pastor, so I give a word every Sunday, and we have a Bible study on Wednesday nights, conference call, and it's been going very well. God has been blessing, so I've been still busy, and you all can see my pandemic gray.
I see.
Everybody's going natural now. So a lot of my fans probably don't recognize me. Like, who is that?
Right.
Yeah, but God is still good. He's still blessing them, and I'm just feasting on what He's doing, even in a time as this.
Yes. Oh, boy.
So tell us a little bit about you growing up in Rocky Mount, and what was it like growing up with your father being a fairly popular recording artist, and also being in a musical family?
It was just sort of normal for us because we went to church all the time. My dad preached revivals, and I was just begged him to let me go nights just to be with him. And we sang most Friday nights, so that was very special. And we got a chance to stop and get a nice hot dog and all that. So it was really nice. And I thank God for my parents that brought me up in the church, and it was just normal. And we sang and we just cut up. We played church in the living room, kept a lot of fuss. And, I played the piano and learned how to play and all that. And so it was just wonderful growing up. We had no idea that we were as talented as we were, because it was just natural for us. And we learned how to harmonize. And we were called the Barnes Juniors, my brothers and I, and my uncle. And so we grew from that and into the Sunset Jubilaires, which is my uncle's group. And then the Redbud Gospel Choir, which is the choir from the church my dad pastored, the Redbud Holy Church. And I was fortunate to be minister of music there. And I began to record. After he recorded Rough Side of the Mountain, I begged the record company to listen at me because I was Reverend F.C. Barnes' son. So I got some recognition.
You got that attention.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I thank God for that. The door opened for me. And I just been singing, and there's been some almost 40 years now. The early 80s is when I started recording. So it's been a long journey, 35, 40 plus recordings, albums, CDs, all of that, and it's just been a wonderful journey.
Great.
Now, when you talk about all of us growing up, I'm sure you're talking about all your brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I have three brothers. Well, one is passed. I had no sisters, but a lot of cousins, Deborah, Wanda, Lisa, they all sang. And so we would just come up together singing. And we would always just rehearse, sing on the bus, vacations, whatever was on the radio, we just sing with it. So we just, I felt sorry for whoever was driving, because we were singing, with the radio. I knew it was Russian, but that's how we learn. So, and we sung everybody's music, James Brown, Aretha Franklin, Temptations, whatever. well, when my dad wasn't around, but, so, but
Right.
when he came around, we changed the channel back to the gospel music.
Now, did any of you take formal lessons, like piano lessons, guitar lessons, or is it just something you picked up because you were there all the time?
Yeah, mostly by ear, mostly natural. I did go to school for music. I went to St. Augustine's College in Raleigh, studied music there. So I got some formal teaching, and it helped me tremendously when I began to write and arrange music. And I knew the ups and downs, how to be, sing softly. You have to scream, all the time when you're singing. You don't have to run up and down the aisles and just show off, but just stand there and give a message in your song. And my dad taught me to make your words most important. The beat and all of that is great. They have the harmony and all the singing, but say something in your song. And so that blessed me as well, to make sure that my songs had meaning. Yes.
Sure. Wow. So gifted. Now, do any of your siblings sing or play?
Yes, I have a daughter, Bonita. She's very gifted. She's a minister of music at a church that I pastor now, Restoration Worship Center. And I have another daughter, Kim. She doesn't sing that much, but she's very good in media, and she records our services on Sunday. So, and grandkids are Josh, my grandson. He plays the drums and he sings a little bit. So they're coming on up after us and carrying it on.
Yes, it's very nice. Very nice.
So this is definitely a family affair.
A Barnes family affair.
That sounds good. I like that.
Yeah.
So what is your basic method for creating music? And when you write songs, how does all this come to you, all this creation and creativity?
Well, sometimes it's like, it showers down from heaven. You hear something and it just comes to you, but you have to be sure to write it down or record it quickly, because it will leave you. You don't want to always stay with you. If you try to wait, well, I got this and tomorrow I got it, and the next day come around, what was that I was thinking? I knew it was a hit song and I can't remember anything. And so it's important to notate your music when it comes to you. And some days it's very easy, and then some days it's a job. You sit down and you work at it and you work at it and you work at it to create. And I tear up a lot of songs, because to me it's like, but it may be a good song, but to me it sounds like something else I've already done, and that may be a mistake. But I create just about every day in some form. I love the hymns. I love the old sounds. I know, and you can't recreate with so many chords. The same 1, 4, and 5 chords in every song. But it's just the message and how you put it together, and the beat that makes a new song. So I have to learn that, and sometimes less is more, rather than trying to be so immaculate and all these chords and things. And grandma, she just wants a plain song. She just wants something that she can recognize quickly and give her a good message. And that's where the power is. So I cease trying to invent new chords. Just give me something natural, as I can understand the words, and it works for me. It works for me.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear a song or write a song, do you hear the lyric first or do you hear the melody first?
Sometimes lyrics and sometimes music. Sometimes I have the music. I have a guy, Derek Adams. He passed away. I miss him so much, but he would send me music, just melodies that he would have in his mind, and I put the words to it. And then sometimes I have a word, and I just I need a melody, a chord pattern, and so it comes both ways. Sometimes the words first, and sometimes the music first. And sometimes it takes years to pull it all together. I have a lot of ideas, song ideas that I put down. It don't make no sense to nobody but me, and then I go back later and develop it, and that's and then put it back. But I don't throw it away. because sometimes it comes years later. It'll come to a great song that you finish.
Right.
Oh yes.
Yes. Yes. We have a question here from Joyce Jacobs. Is your church service available online?
Yes, it is. Yes, Restoration. Yeah, Restoration Worship Center is the name of our church, and you can punch that in. Restoration Worship Center, Luther Barnes, and our church services will come up. You can also call my number 252-266-3121, and I'll walk you through it and tell you how to get our church service. We're on every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. every Sunday, and we have our services in our parking lot of our church in Rocky Mount, and for an hour. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, you guys tune in. I'd love to have you.
Yes.
Yeah, get you all singing those songs.
Oh, no. No.
But it's not a joke. I mean, really. I know we're laughing, but it's not a joke.
Yeah.
Love to have you guys.
So with the pandemic and everything, are you able to have your full church band out there with you?
No, not the full church band. We have our music team. They're sort of isolated over to the side, and we have just an ensemble that sings. My daughter is a minister of music, and she picks 3 or 4 every Sunday to sing. So it's not a full choir, and they do pretty good. Some Sundays, you have to be careful who you pick, to get in the microphone, but but we get through it, and I think we do pretty good. Some people sing good in a choir, but they're not really good in a microphone by themselves,
Right.
Or they sound good in the shower and they don't sound good on stage.
It's all praises to the Lord, so I have to overlook some things.
That's me.
So Joyce has another comment here. She says, your father was such a blessing, and now you're sharing your wonderful talent. Your song, Wherever I Go, was my blessing song today.
Really? Oh, wonderful. God bless her. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my dad was very inspirational to us and still is. He pastored the church, Red Bud Holy Church, for 52 years. He pastored us for 52 years before he passed. And so if we don't know anything about the Bible or how to find a way to Christ by now, something is wrong. So he really taught us well and gave us a good push, and he never held me back. He let me experiment on songs, even though some of them weren't so good, but he allowed me to grow. So I really thank my father for, because there are some churches you're part of, and they don't want you to get famous because they don't want to lose you. They don't want you to, they want you to stay right there. But he allowed me to go out and tour on Sundays and come back, sometimes a couple of weeks later, always still a part of my church. But he allowed me to do what I do and share it with the world. So I really thank my father for that.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's very nice.
Your father had such a big hit, The Rough Side of the Mountain, that he did with Janice Brown. When he would crank out some of these songs and you would hear them for the first time, specifically with that one, what did you think the first time that you heard it?
I didn't think it was all that. I mean, I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. I had no idea it would be such a big hit because I didn't see it. But, and I sings it now myself. I sings it in his honor, most concerts that I do. So you just never know, where the power is. So we can't really pick the hits. The hits come from the people. Hear them. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Antoinette says that her favorite song is I'm Still Here.
I'm still here.
Okay. I'm still here. Maybe it's I'm still holding on. Maybe that's, I don't know why I'm still here, but I'm still holding on. They said I wouldn't make it. They said I wouldn't be here today, but I'm still holding on. That may be the song that she's mentioning.
Yeah.
But I have so many. So I don't know. God's Grace is another great song of mine. Heaven on My
Okay.
Mind. It's Your Time. For Your Faithfulness, It's Your Time. I was nominated for a Grammy behind that song. So God has just been good to me. He's blessed me with a lot of music over the years.
Yeah. Now, did your father have a special way of creating music? Was the way he got inspiration a little bit different than the way you get inspiration?
Yeah, he did. He didn't write things down like I did. He kept it in his head, and he would come to rehearsal, and we try to spruce it up, make it, nice and contemporary. And he would, no, I don't want that chord. I'll just play it plain and simple. Don't add no special nothing to it. He just wanted to
Keep it simple.
Yeah. So, well, we try to help him out, little jazzy chord here and there, and he hear, no, what was that? No, I don't want that. And so he had a special way he did, but he was very successful with his songs, and it helped me a lot to know that sometimes less is more.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's very true. Very true. So, Veronica, if we jump back over here to the comments, we have Lou Richmond.
Okay.
Wanda Barnes is my friend from Latticeville
Yeah.
Grove Missionary Baptist Church.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, and Debbie McFadder also. Okay. Yes, Lou.
God bless you all. God bless you. I have a cousin, Wanda Barnes. I thought you were talking about my cousin, Wanda. Yeah.
Okay.
That's still good. That's still good. Yeah, Wanda's a great vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gosh. So your whole family has got that talent.
No, not everybody.
No.
You got a few that they just stand there and be pretty, don't
Okay. Just the chosen few.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Few.
Okay.
We have a few standouts.
Okay.
But you got to know who to get a mic to,
Be very careful.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So you've worked with a lot of different arrangements of choirs over the years, and we actually have a couple of songs that we're going to play here, and everybody will get to see you performing these songs.
Okay.
You Keep Blessing Me is one that we're going to do. It's Your Time is another one. Okay. And then we will close out with the song God's Grace.
Good choices. Good choices.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, that's some of our favorites, and I think these are some of your biggest hits.
They are. We get requests for those songs everywhere we go, and normally I can't sing what I want to sing for singing what the people want, which is most important. But we have something we want to introduce, a new song, whatever they want you to go back to those old songs. And so then our time is up, so
right.
It's all good. It's all good.
So I'm sure that they're all near and dear to you, but what is your favorite? That on every engagement that you do, what song would you sing every time you go out?
Well, right now is God's Grace. God's Grace is
okay.
all over. They got to hear that sometimes twice in the concert. But one of my favorites has always been It's Your Time, For Your Faithfulness. It's Your Time, because I've seen it happen in my life. I wrote it for others, but it happened to me to be my time to be blessed, such as receiving the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame award. Yeah, so
sure,
it's great. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Now, with these different songs, there were different combinations of choirs that you did them with. I think one was the Red Bud Holy Choir. Yes. Another one was the Sunset Jubilaires. Yes. So which ones are you currently performing with, or all of them still?
Yeah, right now I'm performing with my choir from my church, which is Restoration Worship Center, the Restoration Worship Center Choir, and also the Sunset Jubilaires, which are my uncles. The Red Bud Holy Church is the church where my father pastored, and I'm not there anymore, but I still honor them because I grew up with that church, and they always be a part of me. And so when people say the Redbud Choir, I still identify with them, but I'm not singing with them right now. So, but we're still all family. We're still all together, and I embrace them, with everything that I do. Because most of my songs were done with them. Just the last recent couple of CDs I've done with my church choir, the Restoration Worship Center.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And the song God's Grace is actually done with them.
That's right, Restoration Worship Center. And one of my biggest hits actually is done very, very well.
I know. It had, I think it was 8 million views on YouTube. I love that one. It's great.
Thank you.
Then you recently, was it this year you released Look to the Hills?
Yes, Look to the Hills was released back in January, just before the COVID came out. I had no idea that it would be associated with the COVID. It's like, look to the hills from whence comes your help. It's going to get better. And so it's been sort of like an anthem for the COVID.
Sure.
Just a great blessing. Sometimes that's all we can do. We can't do anything about our situation, but look to the hills. And we find strength just in the Word of God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you haven't heard that song, you definitely need to go and check it out. It's definitely a song that hits home during this time of, the pandemic.
Yes.
Perfect timing.
Oh, definitely. That should be on speed dial. Right. It's just so out of control.
Yes, it is.
People do need that inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Something that they can look over.
Right.
And get some type of relief from it. Yeah.
So do you have any upcoming projects that you're working on?
Well, I'm always in the studio doing something, and I've written for some other people. And so we just continuing on with what we're doing. And hopefully we'll be doing something virtual pretty soon. I'm trying to get inspired with that. I'm not into a lot of the Zooms and all that, but I'm trying to come up to speed, and get with the program of what's going on now. And,
well, maybe tonight has inspired you a little bit.
Okay.
You got your feet wet a little bit tonight.
Yeah. You guys are pushing me. Y'all pushing me.
Or it may have terrified him.
That too.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't think I want to do that. No.
I tell you. But this has been a pleasure. Thank you, guys. It's been a pleasure.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Thank you for your patience with me. I put it that way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Thank you for taking the time to be with us. I'm so happy to be able to talk to you tonight because, like you said, a lot of the names that you were talking about earlier, Shirley Caesar, John P. Key, you actually worked with several of those, didn't you?
Oh yeah, all the time. We've done a lot of work together, and I honor them. I look up to them. I break my neck to get one of their concerts. Hey, I'm a fan, and they've done some wonderful work in the gospel music industry, and I certainly do honor them for their work.
We had the sensational Nightingales. Well, actually, Horace Thompson represented the Nightingales. I think that was maybe an episode. Veronica, was that 3 or 4?
Okay.
That we did. Yeah, we wanted to get as many as we could, but it just didn't work out. Yeah. Oh
yeah, he's a great songster. He's a good guy. I've had him at my church as a guest, and he does really powerful voice. He does very well.
Yes. Oh my goodness, yeah, we've had Donald Lawrence on.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so I think we really will try to get Shirley Caesar at some point. She's one of our inductees as well, but she's always so busy.
Yes,
So
yes.
busy, but we will definitely try again.
Yeah, she'll do it. She'll do it for you. She will.
Yeah, to get her as well.
Is there any one performance that you did with another artist that you felt like was amazing? It was just very, very memorable to you.
Oh, well, I've done so many over the years. Well, we know that Rance Allen, I don't know if you know of him, he passed last week.
Yes,
And
yes.
great performer. And makes me remember the last time I was with him was last year in Houston and Dallas, Texas. We did 2 shows, Saturday and Sunday, Houston and Dallas. And just a wonderful performer and nice attitude. And we just uplift each other. And I just definitely will miss him. Great dancer. He was sort of a large man, but he can move his feet. And he was really something on stage, really. And so
Yes.
that stands out quite a bit with me.
Yeah, I saw quite a few comments and clippings with people that had worked with him. Actually, I was looking at something that Kirk Franklin did, and he almost brought me to tears.
Yes,
It was very, very touching. Very touching.
I call Rance Allen the 8th wonder of the world. I mean, really, his voice was just the things he could do with his voice and the range that he had, and it was just phenomenal. Sometimes I couldn't get into the word for listening to his voice. Like, wow, listen to him. You know, much less what he's saying. He could sing the cat jumped off the wall, as far as I'm concerned. But the way he did it with his voice was just amazing. Yeah, that was enough to captivate you, just his voice.
I'm sure it is.
He was a great preacher, great preacher, great pastor, and all that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness, yes. Now, okay, go ahead, Veronica.
You go ahead. I didn't mean to speak over you.
Well, no, I was going to ask if we put up, do you have a email, a website that we could put up?
Yeah.
Because, again, looking at some of the comments, people are asking about your virtual concerts. So we'd like to show that information for them.
Yes. Well, Luther Barnes, just type in my name, all kinds of stuff will come up. Some stuff that, you know, back when they had MySpace and all that, I think that's all out now. But a lot of YouTube information. We have our website, Restoration Worship Center. So, you know, you can find a lot of information. I don't do a lot of talking and whatever on the Facebook kind of stuff. I don't do that as much as I should, but I will say Merry Christmas or something, but that's about it. But, you know, I don't do a lot of, you know, back and forth on that.
Okay.
But you know, you can find me. I'm just local, and I'm not so high-minded and so grand that you can't talk to me personally. You can find me and call me and talk to me. Come to my church, whatever, you know, and you know, we just fellowship together. It's all good.
Very good.
Yeah, and tell everybody where your church is located at in case they would like to come and visit sometime.
Yes, it's the Restoration Worship Center, and we're at 734 Falls Road. That's in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And we're have church every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock and right in the parking lot. So just drive up. And we have a lot of people come, and I don't even know who's there because we have a real nice service every Sunday. But love to have you come and introduce yourself and be a part of our service.
Great.
Yes.
So there you go. If you haven't been to a church service lately, you might want to check this one out. You could probably attend in your pajamas and nobody would know.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they don't want to get out. You know, don't step
Stay
out.
in the car.
Bedroom shoes.
Not recommended, but
everybody should be on time for service. You don't have to get all dolled up and all that. Just come as you are.
And they do. Many of them do. They have the jeans, all of that. You know, so hey, it's all good.
So you also host the North Carolina Fall Gospel Classic, and I'm sure that didn't get to happen this year, but that's normally an annual event, right?
Yes, it's always in October, about the third week of October, and we've been going for 20-some years now. We had to miss this year, but we've had many special guests, including Shirley Caesar, Nightingales, John P. Keys, many times Rance Allen, Bobby Jones, so many we've had at the Fall Classic. So it's a wonderful event. Normally it's like 3 to 4 days, and a lot of singing nightly. We have seminars, workshops during the day, and nice fellowship, nice food, all of that. So plan to be with us in 2021. Yeah, the Fall Classic is in October at my church.
Wow. Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Awesome. So I think we'll go ahead and let's get into one of these songs.
Yes, I'm waiting patiently.
I know. So tell us a little bit about You Keep On Blessing Me.
Well, it's an upbeat song. Got a little beat to it, which I was happy that the Lord gave me, because I was writing so many ballads and crying songs where people cried and all that. So I was glad to get this upbeat song, a praise song. You Keep On Blessing Me, over and over and over again. It's a wonderful song.
All right, so let's check that one out.
Yay!
You woke me up this morning. You started me on my way. You gave me strength to make it through another day. You gave me eyes to see. You gave me a tongue to talk. I want to thank you, Jesus, for giving me the legs to walk. Lord, you keep on blessing me. You keep on blessing me. Over and over again. You keep on blessing me. You keep on blessing me. Over and over again. You keep on blessing me. You keep on blessing me. Over and over again. You keep on blessing me. You keep on blessing me. Over and over. Another thing, listen. I can move around. I can wave my hand. I can wave my hand. When you speak to me, I can understand. I can understand. You give me a home to live in, where I can lay my head. I could have been sleeping in my grave, but you kept me alive instead. You keep on blessing me. You keep on blessing me. Over and over again. You keep on blessing me. You keep on blessing me. Over and over again. You keep on blessing me. You keep on blessing me. Over and over again. You keep on blessing me. You keep on blessing me. Over and over again.
That's a really great one.
Yeah, I like that.
I do too. It's one of the more upbeat songs that Luther has done, and it's one of my favorites.
Thank you.
Yes.
So I think we lost your video, but we can still hear you, Luther.
Okay, good. All right.
Oh, okay.
Good. So are you teaching now? Because we were talking about earlier that you're an educator and you have your degree in music education from St. Augustine College. Do you teach now?
No, I don't teach anymore. I do little private lessons every now and then, and I do go to the schools for American Education Week, or when they want some words of inspiration from someone. I'll go there and talk to the kids or something, but I don't teach on a regular basis. No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we actually have several of your certificates here from St. Augustine College. So whenever we do the interviews with the inductees, our original idea was to share the museum with you and let the inductees tell you about some of the pieces that are in our museum. So we have pulled some of these from your exhibit, Luther, and we have the St. Augustine College Merit Awards. We also have one here. I have to read it to you.
Okay.
Being chosen as the most talented male in 1975 and 1976.
Very nice.
So there's a few of those over there. We also have your induction award here from the International Gospel Music Hall of Fame. It's this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Luther,
Okay.
can you still hear us?
Oh no, we've completely lost him.
Can you hear us, Luther? Yeah, I think we lost his audio. Luther, if you can hear us, if you can log back in, we might be able to get you back on, but we'll continue carrying on until maybe we can get you back in here.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Veronica, maybe we'll read some of the comments and questions, and
Okay.
that'll give us some time. There he is.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
You're back. Awesome. And I can hear myself echoing.
Yeah, there's an echo there.
That might be me. Let me see.
Oh, it's not really that bad right now, I don't think. Never mind. All right, let's see.
Okay.
Okay, so we had a little glitch there, but we got you back now. We're going to switch over and listen to a second song that you did.
Okay.
It's Your Time. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Oh yeah, well, I wrote this song. I was thinking about so many people that work behind the scenes, and they don't get paid, but they do a lot of work for the Lord. You know, in the kitchen and you know, parking cars or whatever, and they're not out front, and they don't get their due from mankind. But God sees your work, and He rewards faithfulness, because you're faithful in what you're doing, and because of your faithfulness, the song says it's your time. He knows how to bless you and pull you out of obscurity and really set you up, and you don't even know why, but it's because you've been faithful. So that's what the song is all about.
Oh, very nice.
Now, that's such a meaningful song. And this one actually did really well for you. This is the one that was Grammy nominated, correct?
That's correct, yes. And I've sung it for so many retirements and even weddings, you know, special occasions for people, because it's one of those songs that you, when you've done well and it really hits the grain, not always great things, but just being a faithful person in the work of the Lord. It's a great song, if I say so myself.
It certainly is. Certainly is. So the nomination category for that with the Grammys was Best Traditional Soul Gospel Album, and that was in 2003. So let's go ahead and listen to It's Your Time.
Okay.
Right.
But you gotta be faithful. You gotta put God first. In all things, put God first, and then continue to be faithful. God will bring all things to pass. And just know that it's your time. Y'all believe it? How many of y'all know it's your time? Tell yourself it's my time now. Come on. Come on, it's my time. It's my time. My time. Because you waited and waited. Waited for so long. But you held on. You were strong. And I come to tell you for your faithfulness. For your faithfulness. Hallelujah. Because you hung in there when time got hard.
Such a moving song.
I know, you've got me clapping here. I'm clapping. That was nice.
It really is. And we actually, as part of your display here, Luther, we have your Grammy nomination award back here. Well, it's a
good.
replica of your Grammy nomination.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
And then also, it's your time. Congratulations, Grammy Award nominees, Luther Barnes and Sunset Jubilaires.
Yeah. Very proud of that. Very proud.
Yeah, so these are part of the items that you can see whenever you come and visit here at the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And Veronica, you're the director of that, right?
Yes, sir. I'm the executive director here. Debbie is our chairman.
Yeah, wonderful. Great job. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So the very last one we're going to do is God's Grace. And when we do this one, we're going to be ending our show. But tell us a little bit about God's Grace again. I know you talked about it earlier, but tell us a little bit more for those maybe that missed it.
Yes, it starts off with the question, how did I make it all these years? How did I make it this far? Through the valleys, over the hills, I knew it had to be God. How did I make it through the storm? How did I make it through the rain? If you want to know how I got here, it's so easy to explain. It was God's grace. So it's just speaking of how God has brought you through so many things. And not because you're so smart, it's not because you have degrees or, any of that, but just God's grace is what kept you here because you needed that grace to go along with all that you've accomplished to really make it come together and really work and to stay alive. It takes God's grace. So people just gravitated to that song, and a lot of men folk want to sing it. And I'm always happy to hear someone sing about God's grace.
Very good.
We have a few comments here from some folks that are really, really enjoying your music.
Okay.
Yeah, look at this. Wow. Yeah.
Blessings to a legend that is Luther Barnes. That's from Dante Reed.
Thank you, Dante. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Playing all of the hits. I'm enjoying this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yes, it's your time.
Okay. All right, Joyce. Thank you.
What I appreciate is that Reverend Barnes is ministering in his concerts. That's from Joyce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So everybody needs to hear a little bit of good news, and especially right now during the pandemic,
Exactly.
this is the type of music we need to listen to right now.
It really is.
Give a little bit of advice for those that are in the music industry. Maybe they're in gospel music, and they're trying to make it right now. This year has been so incredibly hard on a lot of different artists. Give us a little bit of encouragement and a little bit of advice.
Well, I would say be patient and keep writing, even though you may not be in the studio, but your songs, you will need those songs as you go along. So nothing is wasted. Take care of your music, your copywriting, all of that, do what you need to do to make sure that you can be rewarded for your music. Study your craft, learn how to read music, take some lessons. You're never too old for that. Stay in the word and also pay your tithes, in church. So help yourself out financially. Take care of your business. And yeah. So do that and God will bless you. And be kind. Have a good attitude towards people. Know how to say thank you. Those kinds of things go a long way. It's not always your gift, but it's how you carry yourself. Your attitude means a lot.
Mm-hmm. That is excellent advice.
Thank you.
That we all should be living by every day,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what walk of life you're in.
Yes.
Yeah. True. Very true. Very true.
Good.
So I believe I know I am for sure. I'm going to pay more attention to the online services that you're doing.
Okay.
And I know the folks in the chat room, they're going crazy over your online services and wanting to watch them and check them out.
I'm going to come to your church.
Sure.
I'm going to come. Yeah.
That'll be wonderful.
Yeah.
Let me know that you're there. Yeah,
I certainly will.
Well,
Yeah.
we appreciate you joining us tonight. And I think this just about wraps up our hour that we've been on. We did go a little bit over. We got a late start, but that's totally okay because we had such a good time speaking with you.
Thank you all so very much. And I'm sorry I made you mess up some places in your computers and things.
No.
To be part of it. And
no problem.
Putting up with my pandemic grade. Thank you. I noticed my videos. I said, wow, look, there's such a difference there.
Next time we see you, we won't even know who you are. It'll be back to norm. Like, who's that?
But it's all good. It's still me. And
yes.
I'm very proud to be 66 years old. I'm very proud to have made it this far. God has been good.
Absolutely.
And that's what this song is all about, God's grace. You can see God's grace all over me.
That's right. Yes,
sir. Yes,
Very
sir.
Good. Very good.
All right. So those of you, again, if you want to follow Luther Barnes, he's at Luther Barnes Official, and I know that's on Facebook. Just search for Luther. Follow all of his social channels, his church website as well. Make sure you go there. Make sure you check out his online services. He may have some virtual concerts and things coming up.
Sure.
Especially after tonight, after he got a good shot of it. So make sure you share and follow Luther Barnes. Also, make sure that you click the notification bell and you subscribe to all of our channels so that you can get notifications as to when the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame goes live with any of these videos. And follow us on all of our pages. On Instagram, we're NCMHOF_museum. On Twitter and YouTube, we're NCMHOF. And of course, on Facebook, North Carolina Music Hall of Fame. You can also go to our website to donate. So those of you who have not done that yet, we would love to see you donate.
I was just getting ready to talk about donation.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
Every little bit helps.
Yes, it does.
We
the show going, actually. Yeah.
Yes, it definitely helps. And I know a lot of organizations need a little bit more help during these times.
The norm. Yeah.
Yes, than normal. And every little bit helps. So make sure you share this video with your friends. And also, you'll be able to come back and watch this video on our Facebook channel, Facebook page, and our YouTube channel later. So, Luther, this will stay up. You can share it on your pages as well.
Thank you.
Sure.
Just that. Thank you so much. I've enjoyed you guys. Thank you, Debbie, Veronica. God
You're
bless you
welcome.
all. Wish you the very best as you continue highlighting the careers of the various artists. Thank you so much.
We're honored to have you. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
And we are going to close out tonight's show with that great song called God's Grace. And we will see you guys next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, 7 p.m.
All right. God bless you all.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night and stay safe.
All right.
How did I make it all these years? How did I make it this far? Through the valleys and over the hills, I know it had to be God. How did I make it through the storm? How did I make it through the rain? If you want to know just how I got here, it's so easy to explain. It was God's grace. It was God's grace. It was God's grace. It was God's grace. I made it this far. By the grace of God. God's grace. God's grace. It was God's grace. His amazing grace. I made it this far.